Good evening, everybody. How are you? Can we please have all the children?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Can we have all the children over here, please? And
Good
can
evening, ma'am.
of all the children who are joining the class? How are you? Good evening. Madhavi, good evening. Vansh, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. And everybody. So we have two children who are dressed in yellow color today.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm dressed in this multicolored shirt today. So I have yellow also, I have orange also, I have lots of colors. I am very fond of colors. I like colors. Do you all like colors?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me which is your favorite color. Madhavi,
Red.
what's your favorite color? Madhavi Sharma.
Ma'am, purple.
Purple. And
Yes, ma'am.
and what about yours, Harshita? What's your favorite color? So I've seen that all girls like purple and they like pink. Yeah. And all boys like blue. But I also, as a child, would like red and would like blue and would like green. You should actually like all colors. You should have all kind of colors in your wardrobe. The clothes that you wear don't have only one color. See how I've got different colors. So tell me, Vansh, how was your day in school today? Did you have a good day? आपने स्कूल में आज क्या किया? Tell us.
Dance.
Maths. My God. Are you fond of maths? Do you like maths? Do you dislike maths? What's your favorite subject? Tell me.
Max.
Maths is your favorite subject, huh? Wow. Then I tell you what, I will have to take help from you because I'm not very good in maths.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Harshita, which is your favorite subject? Unmute, beta. We have the options of unmuting also. So I'm sure all of you have the Speak from ULO app. You have that learning app of ULO? Yes? Tell me, give me a thumbs up if you have the ULO app. Now, if you want to enjoy unlimited activities, whole world of activities, you must have this app and you must regularly check the app. So having the app, great, we all have. How many of you go to the app and try? So Madhavi Sharma, can you sit straight, please, beta? Like absolutely straight, no lying down, no doing any masti with anyone in the house because Miss Anu can see everything, right? Bunch is smiling. So even if anyone wants to talk to you and they call you out, you should tell them, wait, my ULO class is on and it's very important. And I like the way you're sitting now. That's the way you give importance to something that you like. You remember we've learned every class we learn new things and then we ask you the next class about it, we revise, right? So let's see what we learned in the last class. And today's topic is art of convincing. Art of convincing is a very, very important thing because har cheez mein we have to convince. If you need to go to the garden, mama ko convince karna padta hai. If you need extra money, daddy ko convince karna padta hai. If you want some help from your friends, you got to convince your friends. If you need your teacher to understand something specifically about yourself, you need to convince your teacher. If you go to a shop, there also you need this. So this topic, I promise you, if you give your attention, you will tell me at the end of the class that Miss Anu, it's a beautiful topic. We have learned a lot and we are going to use it. Okay? If ready, thumbs up sign. So a very warm welcome from ULO to all of you. Welcome. We have some lovely things today for you. We're going to learn a lot of things. Let's move to the next slide and see what we are going to do. But first, emphasis and pace, voice modulation. Do you remember this topic? हमने ये last week किया था. Very important topic. What is emphasis? Who knows what is emphasis? किसको याद है? Dev Asani, come let's unmute you. आप कहाँ पे हैं? You'll have to unmute yourself, beta. Dev Asani. Very bright child, always answering in class. Yes, Dev. Tell me a little bit about emphasis, beta.
Ma'am, emphasis means our tone of our voice.
No. Tone of voice ठीक है. Emphasis, importance देना कोई चीज को. Remember, when you stress on something with your tone of voice, when you get your volume high or low, or when you stress, when you give importance, that when you say that I want to spend my Saturday evening with my family and not my friends, you are giving emphasis to your family. Am I right, children? So emphasis to give importance to any one thing. In a sentence, when you give importance to any one word, then the meaning of that changes, right? So that is emphasis. Now pace, we have 3 types of pace. Who remembers the 3 types of pace? Karan, good evening, good evening, good evening to everybody joining here. Who is Ram Sevak? That is not your name. I remember you had a different name. Quickly type your names, children, on the screen. आपका नाम, आपका मम्मा और पापा का नाम है, तो वो निकाल दीजिए and put your names. It's easy. So Ram Sevak, who is Ram Sevak? I am going to unmute this child. आपको याद है हमने pace किया था? There was a fast pace, there was a slow pace, there was a medium pace. Pace is the rate at what we talk. Anshika, do you remember, my darling? The rate, the speed. If I talk too fast, that means I am very excited to share something with you. When I'm teaching you something, I will be talking in a moderate tone, in a medium tone, because I want you to understand. And when I'm probably sad about something, that's the time my pace will go slow. Yes? Do you all remember this? If yes, quickly, I want a yes in the chat box. And today we are going to use the chat box a lot. Okay? So change your names on the screen if that's not your name, and if it's your parents or your sister or your uncle's names, because it helps me to call you out. Hi Vansh, how are you, beta? Good evening. So let's play this wonderful game of Simon Says. How many of you have already played Simon Says? Okay. So for the ones who have not played this game, I will teach you. It's a very, very simple game, and it says, hello everybody, my name is Simon. So I become Simon. Now if I say, Simon says, drink a glass of water. So everybody will pick up a glass and they'll start drinking it. Till I don't say Simon says stop, you cannot stop. When I say Simon says stop, you will stop. Okay? But if I just tell you stop, then you are not supposed to stop. Then you will become out. Okay? Are you all ready? So for having fun, first of all, we all have to sit straight. Okay? We have to give a big smile to Miss Anu. Can I have a big smile from Arshi? Arshi, why are you looking like the full world is on your shoulders? Can I have a big smile from Arshi Kashyap? Yes, that's the smile I want, my love. Very good. Now, are you all ready for class? Simon Says game, should we begin? Now, only when I say Simon Says will you do that thing. When I say Simon Says, you will stop. I may try to trick you. I may try to make you a little ulu, and tell you, I will change the instruction, but you should be very aware and alert. All right? Till I don't say the word Simon says stop, you cannot stop. Now, everybody who's drinking, eating, lying down, absolutely stop everything. Jaydev, keep that glass of yours on the side. And let's begin the game. Simon says, clap your hands. Simon says, stop. Very good. Well done, children. If I would have said just stop, no. I have to say the word. Simon says, stop. Okay, let's do the next one. Simon says, let's start crying like a little baby. Come on, let's start crying like a little baby. All the babies, cry as much as you can. Show me. Keshav, you're not doing this game. Come on. Cry like a baby. Cry like a baby. Oh. Stop. Ah, Vansh, you're out. I didn't say Simon says stop. Madhavi, you're also out. All the others who have not stopped and are still crying like a baby, like Karan and Jaydev, have all won the game. Wonderful. Now, Simon says, everybody stand up and start jumping as high as you can. So jump. Come on. Simon says jump. Excellent, Anshika. Start jumping. Come on, Kavi, Arshi, Rini, fabulous. Smriti Raj, very good. Harman, Anshuman, stand up. Don't be like an old man. Come on, get up and start jumping. Simon says jump, 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 jump. Simon says jump. Everyone, let's smile and jump. Bhavi is just sitting. He's 80 years old. Come on, get up right now. And jump. Excellent, Anshika. I love the way you're having fun. Yashika, fantastic. Simon says sit down. Excellent. Now, last one. Simon says, flap your wings like a birdie and go round and round. Simon says, flap your wings like a birdie. Let's go round and round. Come on. Very good, Yuvika. Anshuman, I'm not seeing you do this, darling. I must see you do it also. Harman, come on. Very good, Avi Kumar. Very good, Sanvi. Everyone, flap your wings. Come on. Simon says, flap your wings, Soni. Arshita. Excellent, Divyansh. Excellent, Sanvi. Stop. Arshita is out. Divyansh has won the game because he's still continuing. All the children who are still continuing, Soni has also won the game. Sakshi has stopped, so she's out. And I love the children who are still flapping their wings. Simon says, stop. Lovely. Sit down. Now, here's a fun activity for you. And what do you have to do? You have to choose this or that, whether it's this thing or that thing. Let's move to the next slide. Now, you have two things on your screen, two pictures, two options. There's an option of this, there's an option of that. You got to write in the chat box, would you rather enjoy winter or enjoy summer? All answers are correct, my darling. There is nothing else which is incorrect. Every answer is your choice. Excellent. So write this or that. Superb. Super participation by everyone. Really, 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 really happy that every class, not only are you participating and enjoying, but you are all interacting, which is wonderful. Let's go to the next slide. Now, would you rather have a pet dog or would you have a pet cat? Excellent. Answers in the chat box, children. Every answer has to come in the chat box. Very good. Very good. Let's go to the next slide. I think this is both, y'all would want both. Would you rather have chocolates? Would you rather have ice creams? So this or that. Choose. Learn to choose. Which one would you want? You can all have your, no, there is no both. All those who are writing both is incorrect, is a wrong answer. एक choice चाहिए मुझे. यहाँ तो आप chocolates बोलिए, यहाँ तो आप ice creams बोलिए. It cannot be both. This or that. So children, if you do, if you tell me chocolates, that's your reason, that's right. If you tell me ice creams, great. Next slide, please. This is fun. I like the way they're dressed. You know, children, take out a minute and even pause and see how beautiful all the teachers have put together these slides. You know, they pick up all the best pictures from everywhere. They work very hard. So we must appreciate that also. So would you visit the mountains in your vacations, or would you visit the beaches in your vacations? I like the girl's hat also. Anything, this or that, children. Right mountain, right beach, your choice. Right this, right that. It's all your choice. Next slide, please. Soft toy or remote control car? All the boys are going to run towards the remote control car. I really don't know why boys like cars that much. But I know that boys like cars, and I know that girls like soft toys. But as a child, you're really going to say, really, Miss Anu, I used to like both. I would play with both. So Madhavi, have you made your choice? Riddhi, have you made your choice? I can see some very pretty mamas also who are in the chat, and they are also smiling away. It's nice. But let me have only the child on the screen. Rini, have you made your choice? Perfect. Let's go to the next slide, please. Now, in order to get such things, do you have to convince your parents? You have to convince your parents. If you want a remote control car, or if you want a pretty doll, you will have to convince your parents. Do you convince your friends to play your favorite game? Is the answer yes or no? Chat box. Quickly. We have lots to do today. Perfect. Let's go to the next slide. For everything in life, we have to convince. The answer was yes. Yes, you are right. We need to convince our parents, our teachers, everyone in our day-to-day life. You know, this is what I was trying to tell you. घर पे आपको मम्मा को भी करना पड़ता है, पापा को भी, दादू को भी, दादी को भी. As simple as your, you know, your servants in the house, your staff who helps you, you have to convince them also. But how you convince is also very important. How politely you talk to everyone, that is also important. Come, let's have a look at this advertisement and see who is convincing us and how he's convincing. Beautiful advertisement. I want all attention over here.
क्या चाहिए?
7:30 बजे स्कूल के पास, दोपहर में ट्यूशन की क्लास, एक नहीं 2, फिर डांस प्रैक्टिस, क्रिकेट प्रैक्टिस, और इसके बाद मम्मी बोली तुम जाके टेबल ढको। थत हम आते हैं, तो ये टेबल जेता अंकल।
Okay, did you all see the advertisement? Now, this little boy, okay, what was he doing? Let's have somebody who's going to tell us what was this boy trying to do. Who's going to tell us? Who will tell us? ये boy क्या करने की कोशिश कर रहा था? Anyone here who wants to tell me? Just, you know, unmute yourself. That child, put your hand up and unmute yourself. Bhavya, come. Bhavya, unmute yourself and tell me ये बच्चा क्या कर रहा था, ये अपने पूरे दिन की रूटीन क्यों बता रहा था. So we'll have Bhavya. Let's have Lisa. Leeza. Lisa. Let's unmute Lisa. We'll give a chance to everyone there. चलिए अदिति आपको अनम्यूट करते हैं. Yes, very good. Who's unmuted? Come, tell us. Tell me what was he doing? Write in the chat box. Aditi, I'm unmuting you. आपका हैंड ऊपर है. आप मुझे बताइए ये बॉय क्या करने की कोशिश कर रहा था. आपको भी अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा बेटा. ऑप्शंस आपके यहाँ पे हैं. अदिति प्लीज अनम्यूट कीजिए. हाँ जी.
There are convincing to her parents.
Who was convincing? वो लड़के के मम्मी पापा नहीं थे. वो क्या करने की कोशिश कर रहा था. वो क्या कर रहा था. वो अपना पूरा दिन बता के क्या बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा था. मैं सुबह 7 बजे उठता हूँ, फिर ये करता हूँ, फिर वो करता हूँ. वो एक्चुअली कन्विंस कर रहा था. आप राइट हो, बट क्यों कर रहा था कन्विंस. यस अंशिका, व्हाई वाज ही कन्विंसिंग दैट यू नो दैट द मैन एंड द वुमन जो बैठे हुए थे उनको क्यों करने की कोशिश कर रहा था. अंशिका यू विल हैव टू अनम्यूट बच्चा. अनम्यूट का ऑप्शन आपके पास भी है, आप कर दीजिए. Anshika, we will unmute Anshika, please. You know, there are 3 dots on the right above your screen. That's where you press, you get asked to unmute. You're supposed to unmute there. Riyanshi, come, unmute yourself. And Riyanshi, tell me, who was he trying to?
The boy is convincing to the uncle and auntie to take the chair and table.
Lovely. Can I have Kashish, please? Children, there is one request. You will all have to have patience. See, I can read everybody's messages and I know who's there and I'm a very alert teacher. But what happens is that sometimes, because there are so many of you, I can't give a chance. So the next child whom I'm going to be asking will be Kashish. Kashish, you will be ready for your question. Now you're absolutely right. Time for quiz. Type your answers in the chat. Let's move to the next slide. So Kashish, आप ready रहिए. आपको मैं पूछने वाली हूँ. Let's go to the next slide, please. There you have got enough of chances, my darling. Now choose the correct answer. I want Kashish over here. Why was the kid sharing his daily routine with the man? A, because he was sad. B, because he wanted him to give the table. Wherever Kashish is, she has requested.
My answer is B.
And why? Can you read out the B option, please?
Yeah, because he wanted the man to give him the table.
Excellent, Kashish. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next one. See, children, everyone gets a slide. Miss Anu can see all your requests. But you may not get a chance if there are many people. You'll get it in the next class. Nothing to worry. Just type if you don't get a chance. Perfect. So let's see. B is the correct answer. The next one. Do you think the man would give him the table? Yes or no? Let's ask Rohan. Rohan, yes or no? What do you think? Loudly, Rohan. See, children, you have to be very fast. जब मैं आपका नाम लियूँ ना, तो आपको फटाफट unmute करना पड़ेगा. Otherwise, the chance will go to somebody else. So let's have Diksha from 4th B. Yes or no is the answer. Quickly, Diksha from 4th B, फटाफट unmute कीजिए. And let's check the answer, children. And the answer is yes. Excellent. Arvi, you're going to be the next child, so be very, very alert. Unmute yourself and read this question loudly, Arvi. This, what is the meaning of the word? Unmute kijiye, Arvi. I'm watching you. Let's read this.
What is the meaning of the word convince?
A, to make someone laugh. B, to make someone agree with you. Arvi, give me the correct answer, please.
Ma'am, B.
Excellent. Read it out. Just don't say ma'am B. You have to read the full thing out. Read it out for me, Arvi. Very good. To make someone agree with you. Well done. Next one, please. Now, who is this gentleman? He was a very, very famous professor. His name was Mr. Aristotle, a very, very, very learned man. And he came up with a beautiful theory. Let's learn the theory and let's know more about it. A long time ago, there was a very wise man. His name was Mr. Aristotle. Okay, he had this idea. He had a very brilliant idea. He was a genius. Today, thanks to him, we are using his idea, and thousands of marketing companies around are using it. His idea was that we can convince people to do something for us using 3 magical tricks. So Mr. Aristotle taught us this lovely, lovely theory. It was about these 3 magic tricks. Let's listen about it. He was an ancient Greece philosopher and a very, very learned person. And thanks to him today, children, all over, you see all these advertisements, people actually use his theory. His magical tricks of convincing were that you can convince by 3 things: trust, emotions, and logic. By winning somebody's trust, by using your emotions, and by using your logic, right? I did not ask you to choose, so you will stop typing. When I am talking, you will listen. When I tell you that it's poll time, it's quiz time, that is the time you will start typing, okay? Let's go to the next slide, please. Magical tricks of convincing. Let's learn it through this fun story. One Sunday afternoon, Mr. Fruitman, who is the most renowned fruit seller in the market, realizes that no one has bought a single fruit from him yet. What do you mean by renowned? Renowned का मतलब है famous. और कब famous होते हैं लोग? जब वो इतना लोगों का trust जीत देते हैं, correct? When they win the trust of someone, that is how he becomes renowned. That is how, Sachin Tendulkar is a renowned batsman because he's won the trust of everyone. So he realizes that nobody is buying a fruit from him. So he decides to stop Tina's mom, who is passing by, and convinces her to buy the fruits from him. Let's see how he will convince Tina's mom. Now, I want 2 children, okay? I want 2 children. One is going to be the fruit seller, one is going to be Tina's mom. Let's see who's sitting straight and whom am I going to give a chance to. So we are going to have Riti and we are going to have Sanvi. Let's unmute Sanvi and let's unmute Riti. Okay, Sanvi, say hello to everybody.
Hello, ma'am.
You are going to be the fruit seller. And Riti, say hello. You are going to be Tina's mom. Riti Tandal.
Good morning.
One second, beta. Let Riti also unmute. Riti, आप क्या कर रहे हैं बेटा? Unmute कीजिए. चलिए, Riti Tanwar is not unmuting. Beta, you got to be very, very fast. Let's have Kashish SND School. You should only write Kashish, beta. Kashish, चलिए unmute कीजिए. Okay. So Riti, Sanvi, come on. Say good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. What a great day. It seems you are out for shopping. Would you like to buy some fruits?
Okay, 1 minute. Now, Sanvi and Kashish, when you do the dialogues of the person, put in all your energy, your effort. It should show your emotions. So ask nicely. Would you like to buy some fruits? Come on. Come on, Sanvi.
Would you like to buy some fruits?
Okay, Kashish, come on.
Hello everyone. No thanks. I get fruits delivered at my home. from some other fruit seller.
Excellent. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. We'll unmute Purvi. Purvi, आप unmute कीजिए बेटा. Okay. Purvi, say this dialogue of the fruit seller quickly and loudly, Purvi. आपको unmute करना पड़ेगा. Let's have Lisa. Lisa Jivani. Lisa, let's unmute you, beta. And tell me what he's saying. Ma'am, I have been this dialogue. Loudly, Lisa. Ma'am, I have been selling fruits from the past 15 years, and I can assure you that the quality of fruits can't be better than mine. I want Daksha to say this dialogue. She has raised her hand many times. Please unmute Daksha. Fatapat unmute kijiye and say the dialogue. Daksha, quickly आपको unmute करना पड़ेगा बेटा.
Ma'am, I have been selling fruits from the past 15 years and I can assure you that the quality of fruits can't be better than mine.
Excellent. Next slide, please. That's wonderful. But my fruit seller gives fruits at a very low price. Ma'am, can you check with anyone in the market? My fruits are at the lowest price. I can assure you with 100% guarantee. So what does the fruit seller say? He says, ma'am, can you check with everybody in the market? My fruits are the best. And I can give you 100% guarantee. Let's go to the next slide. Next slide, please. So when you give a guarantee to somebody, when you assure somebody, that time you know that you're winning the trust of the customer. I will give everyone a chance. Now let's have, who am I going to give this chance to? We will give this chance to Arshi Kashyap. Arshi, please unmute and say this nicely like how a fruit seller will talk.
Also, ma'am, I have a daughter like yours who is not keeping well. So I urgently need money to buy medicines for her. I won't sold a single fruit since morning.
So how nicely did you say this, Arshi? Say this once again. Also, ma'am, I have a daughter like yours who's not keeping well. See, we have to use the emotions this now, okay? You have to do the emotions. With emotions, how will you say? Also, ma'am, I have a daughter like yours who's not keeping well. So I urgently need money to buy medicines for her. I haven't sold a single fruit since morning. This is how you're using emotions. Here comes the theory and the trick that we are learning from Mr. Aristotle, right? So you should say it with that emotions. Listening to all the instances, Tina's mom finally agrees and buys Tina's favorite fruit from the fruit man, right? So she's won it. How did she get this confidence? Because the fruit seller gave her the confidence. Am I right, children? Now, listening to all this, what did Tina's mom do? She finally buys the fruit from the fruit seller. Let's go to the next slide, please. Let's see. Now, kids, can you all tell me which trick is he using now? Like, ma'am, I also have a daughter who's like yours, who's not keeping well. So I urgently need money to buy medicines. Is he using trust? Is he using logic? Or is he using emotions? Quickly answers in the chat box. I want everyone's answers in the chat box, please. Quickly. Answers in the chat box. whether it's trust, logic, or emotions. Think, children, think. What is he saying? I have a daughter like yours. I urgently need money. I haven't sold a single fruit. He is trying to play with something. Let's check the answer. Let's go to the next slide, please. And the answer is emotion. All those who answered emotion, where I think most of you have, 90% children have answered emotions. Well done, children. Well done. Next slide, please. Now, he has used emotions by talking about his daughter's illness. He is using emotions to convince her. Very good. Yes, Lata. 3 magical tricks. Developing trust. That means credibility of the other person. Like I said, today, when an Amitabh Bachchan says something, you will think and you will get convinced. When you see his advertisement, you know, the Cadbury ad where he's selling those lovely chocolates, you actually feel like buying those because you feel that if a respected man like Amitabh Bachchan can, you know, recommend that brand, that means we have a trust with him. When it is the Prime Minister, you know, Narendra Modi ji telling us anything, we will immediately listen because we have trust. We have credibility, right? So that is using your trust. Now comes using your logic. That is using your head and your logic. Okay? And we have heart, using your emotions. Logic works with reasons, with the correct reasons, with facts. And emotions is everything to do with your heart. Let's go to the next slide, please. Let's have a look at each one of them one by one. Are you ready? Building trust. It means using good moral character, credibility, and knowledge to convince the others. How are you going to do this? How are you going to get the trust from people? Okay, now I'm going to give a chance to somebody to read it out. And let's see who's going to read it out. I can't give the same children a chance. I'm going to try giving Bhavya. Bhavya, please unmute kijiye. Unmute kijiye, beta. Yes, Bhavya, you're going to read this slide for me. Very loud and clear. Okay, we will give a chance to Amna Jafri. Okay, Amna, I love that smile. Please read this out loudly. Start, Amna.
Building trust. It means using good moral characters, credibility, and knowledge to convince others in order to build trust in people. Number 1, use experience. Number 2, use professional looking people. Number 3, use celebrities.
Okay, what are they trying to tell you? They are saying when you use your experience, somebody like a Mr. Ratan Tata, when he comes up with a car, because of his experience, his knowledge, because he's a very professional person, everyone is going to listen to him. Correct? So use experience, professional looking people, use celebrities. This is how you will convince others. Okay, you will build a trusting relationship with others. Next slide, please. How is this chocolate brand convincing others to buy their chocolate? A, by showing Kartik Aaryan, who's a big celebrity. You know, he's a famous star. He's a young boy. Everyone likes him. Or B, by showing that he is healthy. Correct answers in the chat box quickly. Everyone has to type the answers, please. In the chat box, quickly answers type kijiye. Let's see the answers. Let's see the answers. Excellent. Perfect. Because Kartik Aaryan is a celebrity, we trust him, we respect him, we like him. That's why if he is there in this advertisement, we are going to do it. Next slide. Now, lovely. How is this toothpaste brand convincing others to choose them, and why? A, by gaining our trust, as even dentists are recommending it. Look at the ad. They are saying Colgate #1 recommended by dentist. Or B, by grabbing our attention by using the red color as a background. You think it's the red color, or you think it's the trust factor that dentists are also using it? Quickly answers in the chat box. I want everyone answers. I'm reading all the answers. Mahuba Rehman, I want you to answer, beta.
Ma'am, by gaining our trust, and even dentists are recommend it.
Very good, very good. Excellent. Next slide, please. Now, well done. Correct answer. I want everyone's attention here. Surbhi Sharma, you're going to be the next child who's going to be reading this for me. Okay, so Surbhi Sharma, we will unmute her. Using emotions, Surbhi. I want you to read this out for me very loud and clear. Please read this out. That's it. Thoda loudly you will have to say. Use emotions and passion. Come Surbhi Sharma. आप ये पढ़िए जो स्क्रीन पे लिखा है. Okay, we'll give a chance to Kyra. Come. We'll unmute Kyra.
Using emotions. Use emotions and passion to convince others. For example, fear, desire, sympathy, etc. Try to use heartwarming stories and personal experiences in order to convince using emotions. First, make others feel loved and happy. Second, gain their sympathy. Third, create fear in people.
Create fear.
Hello,
in
ma'am.
people.
How I spoke?
Okay, very nice, darling. In order to convince using emotions, A, make others feel loved and happy. B, gain their sympathy. 3, create fear in people. Okay, these 3 things you've got to keep in mind, children. You have to keep these 3 things in mind. This is how you will convince everyone using emotions. All right, next slide, please. You all are reading it very well, and that's why you have to be very alert. If I call your name out and you are not ready, the chance will go to someone else. Okay? Now, I want Lavish Gautam, because he's sitting like a very good child from a very, very long time. Excellent, Lavish. I really like the way you are listening and giving your attention. How is this advertisement convincing us to buy Coca-Cola? So, Lavish, read this for me and tell me the correct choice.
How is this advertisement convincing us to buy Coca-Cola? A, by telling us that only sad people can drink Coca-Cola. B, by telling us that opening a can of Coca-Cola can make you smile.
Which is the correct answer, Lavish? See the picture. A or B? See the picture. There is 2 cans. There's an open can. There's a closed can. So which is the correct answer, Lavish?
Ma'am, E. A.
B. So by telling us that opening a can of Coca-Cola can make you smile. Let's check the answer. And B is the correct answer. Look at how the Coca-Cola can is smiling. How is this advertisement convincing us not to drink and drive? Now look at this advertisement, children. ये when the car BMW removed it, it was a very strong advertisement. Isne, sab jagah created a very big impact because they have shown a foot which is in this cast. That means they've had an accident. So spare parts for human beings are not as original as those as cars. Don't drink and drive. इसका मतलब है कि अगर आप ड्रिंक एंड ड्राइव करोगे एंड इफ यू हैव एन एक्सीडेंट, गाड़ियों के आपको पार्ट्स मिल सकते हैं, बट कैन यू गेट अ पार्ट फॉर अ ह्यूमन बीइंग? इफ योर हैंड गेट्स डैमेज, कैन यू जस्ट गेट अ न्यू हैंड? नो, राइट? So look at this, read it carefully and tell me the answer is A or B. What is the correct answer? I want you to type in the chat box A or B. Let's go to the next slide, please. And the answer is correct. It says A, by telling us that the result of drinking and driving can be scary. If you drink and drive, you can get into a huge accident like this, and human life is most important. Now, how is this advertisement convincing us to donate for animals? There are two choices, A and B. I am going to have Manik Thakur. Please unmute कीजिए. Read A and B, Manik Thakur. Come.
A, by making us
Emotional.
As three are animals
There
in
are not three,
of
as there are
help.
animals.
There are animals in need of help, but nobody to help
Nobody
them.
to help them. Okay, very good. Read the B, by telling us
that it is a ring.
But that it is a registered charity in UK. So they've given you two choices. Thank you, Manik. A, they make you emotional. They say no water, no shelter, no love, help rescue animals. So what are they doing? They're trying to make you emotional. B, by telling us that it is a charity which is registered in UK. So is A or B the correct answer? Quickly type in the chat box. Okay, children? Very good. Let's go to the next slide, please. It means, when they say logic, it means using facts, figures, percentages, statistics, and logistics to convince others. Remember, I said logic is everything to do with facts. It's all real. It is not that it is just made up from your mind, that emotions or your heart is used. Everything that you use with logic to convince anyone. We can convince others by using statistics, by giving facts, by sharing a lot of true information. Okay, so all this is what logic is made up of. All these 3 points is when you're convincing anybody to use logic. Okay, let's look at the next advertisement. Now, there is an advertisement of antibacterial hand sanitizer. They're saying kills 99% germs. Whenever they give you a number, any number that is using logic. Okay, so A or B, which is the correct answer? Quickly type in the chat box. A, by telling us that it kills almost 99% germs when applied. B, by telling us that it is good for health. A or B? Wow, I think everyone's getting this answer correct. So A is the right answer. Well done, children. Very, very well done. Let's go to the next slide. How is the brand convincing us to use it? There's an ad of Colgate. There's this lovely pretty child. She says, strong teeth, better chewing, better nutrition. A or B, which is the correct answer? Let's have Udit. I want Udit to unmute himself and tell me the correct answer, please. See, children, you have to be very alert. I can give anyone a chance. Keshav Raj Purohit, why is your screen switched off? Unmute and start your video right now, please. Yes, Keshav, what was the right answer? Please read it out for me. Please read out the right answer. Can we please also unmute Keshav Raj Purohit? हाँ जी, very good. Keshav, answer पढ़िए मेरे लिए. Keshav, you know there are 3 dots. बेटा, you will have to unmute. देखिए unmute का sign है. Ask to unmute. Read the answer, Keshav. It's B. Read the answer.
By sharing
Interesting
loss of
logic of using it. Very good, Keshav. Good try. By sharing interesting logic, facts that make sense, children. As you saw in the last question, sharing facts is a way to be logical. Hence, in order to convince someone using logic, we need to emphasize facts and not opinions. What does this mean? अगर आप किसी को भी convince करना चाहते हैं in a logical manner, then give them numbers. For example, if you do this survey, you know how research analysts, जो लोग research करते हैं, how they find out through logic, they do research, they find out that if the question is, did COVID, all those people who got COVID affect hair fall? And 80% say that yes, after COVID, you know, many people who had fallen ill and got COVID, हमारे बाल बहुत गिरे. And 20 people would say no. That means 80%, okay, they have taken the answer with statistics. Next slide, please. What are facts? And an example with a fact. A fact is something that is always true. Fact कभी झूठा नहीं हो सकता है. It is always true. It's proved through experiments, research, scientists, analysis. It cannot be a lie. For example, the earth revolves around the sun. It is true. Second example, there are 365 days in a year. Again, it's proved. Correct? After Sunday, Monday comes. Again, that is proved. Now, tips. Here are some very important tips to guess the facts. Why am I giving you these tips, children? Because I want you to use these strategies, these 3 magical tricks that we have learned today. You must use them. Tip number 1. When do you use your logic? When you see a date, percentage, or any other specific measurement. Example, India got independence in 1947. देखो यहाँ पे number दिया है. It takes 24 hours to complete a day. Correct? 15th August is our Independence Day. Correct? Now that is your logic. That is your number given. Now we come to opinions. What is an opinion? Okay, an opinion is something that you believe or feel, which is not necessary that it is based on a fact or a knowledge. I want everyone to stop typing, Simrit. I want everyone to stop typing and listen to me. Now, if you listen, children, you will follow better. There is no poll, so no typing currently. Okay? अगर मैं आपको आपका opinion पूछूं कि do you like burgers or do you like pizzas? Your opinion can be burgers are the best food on earth. right? Somebody may have an opinion that burgers are horrible, it's a junk food, don't eat it. It is your opinion based on fact and knowledge. Correct? Let's go to the next slide, please. Now, I want somebody to read it out, but I will choose the child. Let's have Sonal. Kashvi, you already got a chance, beta. Monica. Monika. Okay, now read this out for me, please. Come, Sonal. ये slide पढ़िए. Tips to guess opinions. जोर से पढ़िए, Sonal.
Step 1. A patient usually have the word like I believe, I think, or I feel. Explain. I feel Monday is the best day of the week.
Very good. So opinions usually have words like believe, think, I feel. ये आप सेंटेंस में देखिए, अगर ओपिनियन है तो उसमें बिलीव होगा, थिंक होगा, फील होगा. So for example, Monday is the best day of the week. But what did he say? I feel. So when they say I feel, that means it's an opinion. Okay, next slide. Now is the poll time and everyone has to give the poll. Everyone has to answer the poll. Let's see what we have in the poll time. Number 1. I believe, can I read the poll question first, please? I believe playing chess is more fun than playing basketball. Okay, now let's have a poll. Is it a fact or an opinion? क्या ये fact है, कोई number है, क्या ये अपना opinion है? So fact or opinion, please show us the poll. Is it a fact? क्या कोई number दिया गया है? क्या वो opinion है जिसमें I feel बोला है और I believe बोला है? Okay, let's see the result of the poll, please. The results say that 75% children say it's an opinion. You're right. It is an opinion, children, because it's I believe. Well done, children. Let's go to the next one, please. It is an opinion. Very good. Well done. Number 2, cycling is beneficial to your health. Is this a fact? Is this true? Or is this an opinion? Is it a fact or an opinion? Does cycling help you? Is it beneficial to your health? Let's all answer quickly, children. Let's see what is the answer. What is the correct answer? The answer says that it is a fact. सच बात है. अगर आप साइकिल करोगे, आप एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हो, आपकी हेल्थ बेटर होगी. You will not become fat. You will be more energetic. So it is a fact. It's making sense. It's logic. It's making absolute sense. So the answer is fact. The next one, please. Number 3, elephants are the only animals that can't jump. ये fact है कि ये opinion है? क्या आप ये सोच रहे हो कि क्या ये एक fact है जो researchers ने find out किया है? Is it a fact or is it an opinion? So children, give me your answers, please. So 61% say it's a fact and 39% say that it is an opinion. Let's see the correct answer. Can we stop? Yes. The correct answer is fact. And all those who have written fact, well done, children. Number 4. New Delhi is the capital of India. New Delhi is the capital of India. क्या ये सच है? क्या ये fact है कि क्या ये opinion है? Fact or opinion? Quickly answers in the chat box. So New Delhi is the capital of India, children. You are absolutely correct. It is a fact. वो सच है. It is not just created ऐसे ही emotion से. Correct है. Right, Purvi? Are you also participating, Purvi? Well done. Let's go to the next slide, please. Now, time for a quiz. Let's see who's going to do this. Okay, Priyanshu, are you ready? Which magic trick is used here? I want only Priyanshu to unmute himself. Priyanshu Shekhar, आप unmute करेंगे and you are going to give me this answer.
Ma'am, it's emotion.
Okay, 1 second. The question is, Colgate makes brushing fun with Ryan. Ryan says कि अगर आप Colgate use करोगे, then it's very, very good. He's very, very famous. He has this very famous serial called Ryan's World. I'm sure many of you are watching it. So what is the correct answer? Let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is trust. It is not emotion. It is trust. And why is it trust? Who's going to tell me कि ये trust क्यों है? क्योंकि हम Ryan को trust करते हैं. When he says something, we trust him. Correct? Because we are watching him. We are watching a serial. So it is trust. Yes, thank you for all your correct answers in the chat box. Let's go to the next one, please. Which magic trick is used here? यहाँ पे एक ममा और एक बच्चा है and Kinder Joy chocolate का they are showing you. Sanchit Kumar. Sanchit Kumar, I'm going to unmute you, beta, because you have been requesting from a very long time. Please unmute yourself, Sanchit Kumar. Sanchit Kumar.
Emotion.
Yes. What is the correct thing? Can you be loud, Sanchit?
Ma'am, emotion.
Let's check which is the correct answer. Well done, children. Well done, Sanchit. Well done. See, you waited patiently for your turn and you got a chance. Correct? I give everyone a chance as much as I can try. Now, we are so many of us कि कभी-कभी it becomes difficult. So, सबको chance नहीं मिल सकता है. If not today's class, then the next class. But everyone will get a chance. Let's go to the next slide. And my children are doing so well. Which magic trick is used here? अब देखो यहाँ पे एक fruit juice की ad है. And यहाँ पे they have said fruit B, fiber B. Are they using trust? Are they using logic? Are they using emotion? What is it? I want only Tanvi. Tanvi, I want you to tell me the answer. You will quickly unmute yourself.
Ma'am, trust.
Okay, you're saying trust, fruit B, fiber B. Why are you saying trust? Give me a reason, Tanvi. आपको क्यों लगता है कि तन्वी चौधरी इट्स ट्रस्ट? ध्यान से देखिए, इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं. फ्रूट बी, फाइबर बी.
Ma'am, logic.
Logic. Okay, let's see the answer.
तो बोला.
Okay, Pankhuri Mishra. I can see that beautiful smile. Pankhuri, मैं आपको देख सकती हूँ. मुझे पता है कि आप बहुत टाइम से कोशिश कर रहे हो. हर एक को चांस देना मिस अनु के लिए बहुत मुश्किल है. But you're going to do the next one. So the correct answer is logic.
Okay.
Well done. Pankuri, hold on. Don't unmute. I'm going to give you a chance. Let's go to the next slide, please. Now, Pankuri, please read this for me loud and clear.
What did we learn today?
Read.
Mastering art of conversation.
Convincing, not conversation.
Convincing.
Convincing. जब आप किसी को convince करते हो कि आपको क्या करना है, correct? Mastering the art of convincing. But how do you master it? With these three things. तो जोर से पढ़िए.
Trust, emotion and logic.
Very good, Pankti. Very good. Okay, mute yourself. तो आज हमने क्या सीखा? Very important चीज हमने सीखी है. जब आप किसी को convince करते हैं, आपको trust. You have to build up a trust. 2, emotion, and 3, logic. These 3 things you have to use, not 1. A, B, and C. I want everyone to stop typing in the chat box and to put your hands like this. And now listen. It is very important that for convincing, अगर आपको मम्मा से permission चाहिए, okay? Who will I give a chance to? Let me see. Let's have Anshita Sharma. चलिए, अंशिता शर्मा आपको अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा बेटा. ओके, हेलो अंशिता, हाउ आर यू? पहले अनम्यूट कीजिए आपका. ओके, अंशिता, अगर आपको आपकी मम्मी को कन्विंस करना है कि आज आपको डिनर में पिज्जा दे, तो आप ट्रस्ट यूज करेंगे, इमोशन यूज करेंगे कि आप लॉजिक यूज करेंगे? अगर आपको
लॉजिक.
लॉजिक. अच्छा, कैसे लॉजिक यूज करेंगे बताइए. अगर आपको पिज्जा चाहिए डिनर पे, तो हाउ विल यू यूज लॉजिक? व्हाट विल यू टेल ममा? विल यू गिव अ फैक्ट्स? Or will you tell her, please mama, आज मन नहीं है, I've been such a good girl, देखो मेरे मार्क्स भी अच्छे आए हैं, कल भी आपकी मैंने सब्जी खाई थी, रोज मैं खाती हूँ, एक दिन आप मुझे पिज्जा खाने दीजिए. What am I trying to do? What am I using? Trust, emotion or logic? Tell me. All these points is trust, emotion or logic. क्या कर रही हूँ मैं? I am using emotion. Okay, so like that you have to use 3 things: trust, emotion, logic. Now, the art of convincing includes the following things: use the language of our body. 2, listening and using a powerful voice. 3, becoming a super public speaker. So today we have learned all this, which is very important. Use the language of our body, listening and using a powerful voice, becoming a super public speaker. So the language of our body, you know, I have taught you about non-verbal. When I said आपके gestures, जैसे आप hand movements use करते हैं, आपके facial expressions, आपकी body language, this is all also important in convincing. अगर आपको आपकी मम्मा से, टीचर से, किसी से भी कुछ भी चाहिए, so sometimes you say, please mama, ये आप क्या कर रहे हो? Please mama, let me play in the rain. You are using your body language. You are using your facial expression. Correct? That is using techniques of non-verbal. Now, second is voice modulation. When you be a better speaker, better listener, you can convince the others. And third is how to become a confident speaker. Get ready to master your art of public speaking. Can we come back to the previous slide, please? Can we go back to the previous slide? Now, from these 3 things, what is important according to you? The art of convincing includes the following things. जब भी आप किसी को convince कर रहे हो, what is important? 1, 2 or 3? I want you to give the answer. I want you to think. art of convincing me, all these three things are important, or only one thing is important, or two things are important? I want your opinion now. आपको क्या लगता है? I will have Anahita Yadav. I want Anahita Yadav's opinion. Anahita, please unmute yourself.
Yes,
बेटा, जब भी आप किसी को कन्विंस करते हो, जैसे आप मम्मा को या टीचर को कन्विंस करते हो, do you need to use all these three things or you need to use any one thing? What is important?
using the language of our body.
Using the language of your body. Also, Anahita, when you listen and have a powerful voice and you become a super public speaker. So all these things are important. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So to join these skills, to learn these skills, you have to join a public speaking class. Now, next class, how many of you are going to join the class? Put your hand up. Let me see. How many of you have had lots of fun? Excellent, excellent, excellent. So children, join the next class. आपको बहुत सारी चीजें मिलेंगी सीखने के लिए. We will have a lot of fun. So when you join the class, what happens at that time? आप बहुत सारी चीजें learn करते हैं. Come, let's have the feedback form, please. Now, very important is that you fill up this feedback form. There is a feedback form which is given. Please fill up the feedback form. Is everyone filling up the feedback form? This is your fun assignment. अभी ये आपका homework है. How many of you are doing the homework? Doing a homework is very, very important, children. उससे हमको पता चलता है कि आप classes कितना enjoy कर रहे हैं. What simple homework है आपका? Record a video convincing your audience to buy anything of your choice. Basically, you can sell a mobile phone. You can convince your audience to buy a pen. You can convince your audience to buy this glass, to buy this coaster, buy a pencil box, जो आपको अच्छा लगे, by using the three magic tricks: trust, emotion, and logic. ये तीन चीजें आपको करनी पड़ेंगी to sell and convince your audience. Now, is everyone, please send it on this number. Has everyone filled up the feedback form? Can we have the feedback form, please? Remember, to enhance your speaking skills, you must download the app. Now tell me today, how many of you have enjoyed the class? If you have enjoyed the class, put your hand up. Excellent. My God. So many hands are up and I'm so happy. Khushbu, did you enjoy the class today? Yes, I like that. Lovely. Acha, tell me, Khushbu, आपने क्या सीखा आज?
Today I am enjoy the class.
You enjoyed the class. Very good. Very happy. Khushbu, can we unmute Khushbu? She wants to say something. Yes.
Mama, I have a question.
Tell me, what did you learn?
Ma'am, can I, ma'am?
Yes, you can tell me.
Ma'am, I learned how to speak in emotions and everything. I learned, ma'am. It was very nice.
Now, I want all of you to listen. I want you to put in the chat. Thank you for your messages. Please type in the chat box, what have you learned today? Very good. Excellent, Kashish. Wonderful are all the messages. Thank you so much. All right, children, thank you and bye-bye and see you. See you next class. I must see you.